Good morning. This will be the last few hours on the Pennine Way for us. Because as I woke up this morning,
and she's in awful pain.
I can no longer put any weight whatsoever onto that foot. It's just taking me 20 minutes to hobble down this little bank to have a pee and hobble back up it. And I needed my sticks as crutches. It's gone. And I have still no idea why. I mean, look at that. Brian is making the morning coffee. That's how bad it has become.
No, I do it all the time when I'm... whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I do make it all the time.
In your dreams, you do it all the time. So yeah, I think our decision of, should we decide in Alston whether to carry on or not, we're not going to make it to Alston. We'll have to get to the first road basically and phone a taxi. It's just, I have never had anything like this. I have no idea what happened. I didn't twist, I didn't trip, I didn't fall, nothing, just gone. But hey, at least it's a nice morning. Ten's dripping wet again, of course, because whenever you can see the clouds are everywhere. They obviously sunk and we had them during the night. But yeah, that is not the way we wanted the Pennine Way to end, but there you have it. Bad foot. Bad foot.
Don't know if you can see her. This is she's in really bad pain. She's giggling, but she was crying earlier. She's just frustrated with it. But it's a beautiful day.
As well, because we have about 5 miles to go on this road before
we get there when we
take about 10 hours at my pace.
There's still good shops there, we can buy food there.
But you close at 5:30, so you know.
Okay, I can run ahead. So we're going to try and see if we can get out of here, because it's not not worth walking in pain. When
Possible.
Well, the thing is, the wife's not enjoying it because she's in pain, and I'm worried about her wife. It's usually the other way around. Apparently, they used to do a lot of lead mining here. You see it? I think this is all part of what they've been digging and brought up. All little settlements. Yeah, I think this is it goes very deep down there. Could be an air shaft or a mine, I don't know. Or even a well. There's Heidi hobbling along. Yeah, interesting.
Must be getting close to civilization. We've reached a local swimming pool. We've been going for about 2 hours, probably slightly over. We're still not off the Corpse Road because I am moving at, I don't know, half a mile an hour? Something like that. Oh yeah, by the way, this is called the Corpse Road. Probably because this is where the Pennine Way dream dies. Oh, they're cute. Go on.
Jump!
Jump!
It's not worth living.
Most very, very welcome sight down there. Garrigill, or whatever it's pronounced. We might just make it. I've been itching to sit down for a rest, but I daren't because I might not get back up. I mean, I'm at the stage now where I can just about support my weight again without balancing it all over the, the sticks. So I think if I sit down If I sit down, it might get worse. It might stiffen up again, so I shall sit down the moment I will be able to continue with bum shuffles only, and that's that village down there. We're at Penrith. Glorious end to our attempt at the Pennine Way. We got a ride out with a mechanic in Garrigal, which was unbelievably appreciated. And yeah, here we are. All because of that one there. That has got so bad again that they just offered me a ramp to get onto the train, bless them. So we're heading home, having accomplished just 100 miles short of the end. And we shall lick our wounds and regroup. Day 13. Yeah, we should have taken the whole 13 theme a bit more serious, shouldn't we? This turned out to be our last day on the trail. So we just... Well, I started to hobble along the trail. Brian just walked and explored the area so he wouldn't be completely bored, senseless with my pace. It kind of, after a while of walking, I did manage to find a rhythm of limping that sort of worked, and the pain kept... It never went away, but it wasn't that bad anymore. And we somehow managed to get down the Corpse Road, which is actually a nice stretch normally, but yeah, I couldn't enjoy it as much as I would have liked to. And we managed to get down to Garrigal. There we go. Oops. Which used to have a pub, will have a pub again. It's currently closed for refurbishment, but it will reopen. We've spoke to some locals, and they're all adamant it will reopen. They used to allow you to camp in the back garden. I mean, not sure whether you still can. They also used to allow you to camp by the village green, the village hall. Again, we didn't make inquiries because we got there for about lunchtime in the end. So that was it. But wait, what happened? I hear nobody ask. Well, Brian heroically managed both backpacks on our way home, on, off and through public transport. And then when we got home, he jogged ahead, with just the one backpack, to fetch the car so that I wouldn't have to limp the whole 20 minutes from the train station. He did manage to drive past me in the car, because apparently one limping woman with an oversized backpack looks much like the other. But the thought was there. The next day I spent several hours in various NHS walk-in centres to have everything scary ruled out, like stress fractures and stuff like that. And in the end got sent home with the encouraging words, yeah, you just have to start putting pressure on, but not too much, and a cocktail of painkillers and anti-inflammatories. I followed their advice, but it was easier said than done.
I'm married to a sloth.
With a big stick, don't forget that.
I suggested putting a towel underneath so she can clean the floor.
Brings back memories. So after 6 weeks of following the doctor's advice of taking painkillers and trying every day to walk a little bit, but not too much, blah-de-blah, it did get better. I managed to be able to ditch the stick, I think, about 4 weeks after, and you know, hobble my way through things, and I've gradually reduced the amount of drugs. And so after about 6 weeks, by the time we came back from a Germany visit in September, I was actually able to kind of walk, like around the house, do normal stuff, so I didn't need a stick anymore. I could fetch my breakfast, I could go up and down the stairs with some dignity. And that was great, but I still didn't have a clue as to what actually happened. And, you know, hiking is super important to me. It's my, you know, it's my sanity, it's my one and only hobby. And I just really needed to know what had happened. So in the end, I decided to throw money at the problem and go and seek a professional. Here I am, with my history of insults. Hopefully about to get some answers as to what the heck has happened. Wish me luck. So it looks like I owe the collected styles and gaits of the Pennine Way an apology. It wasn't them. I got myself a diagnosis of medial tibial stress syndrome, which apparently goes by the lovely other name of Shin Splints. Never thought that would happen to me, but yeah, Shin Splints it is. And it seems that my new insoles, my new Superfeet insoles, are the likely culprit. Oh well, learn something new, eh? Don't buy Superfeet. No, joking aside. Just, yeah, I shouldn't have bought over-the-counter insoles, no matter how good the brand, because I have very specifically dodgy feet. So yeah, that's the verdict. Shin splints. I mean, pardon me for thinking shin splints were a pain that happens, I don't know, say around the shin. But yeah, apparently that's what it is. Simple, good old-fashioned shin splints. So this is how they explain the problem to me. On my right leg, my knee over toe range, so when stepping forward, is far more limited than on my left leg. In order to compensate for that, my leg tries to go inwards. That in turn then puts enormous stress on the muscle that runs on the inside of the foot upwards, and that is exactly where the pain occurred. This is the damage that I did. Compounding the problem was the fact that after the coast to coast, I decided to treat myself to some professional-ish Superfeet insoles that were specifically for people with high arches like my good self, and apparently they made the problem worse instead of helping. The problem is that with my knee trying to go left, it was constantly coming up against this really rigid edge on the Superfeet, whereas on the Keens, that is super bendy because they're not they're not stiff insoles. So I never had that problem because it would just literally flatten that area. When it wanted to go left, it went left. The Superfeet stopped it from doing that, and that put extra stress on the muscle. So that was it. Perfect storm of bad anatomy, bad insoles, and bad styles. So thanks to the people at the clinic, I'm feeling a lot better now. I've been doing my exercises like a good girl, and I'm strengthening that foot, and I'm doing everything they're saying, and you know. We haven't been able to test anything in earnest yet because we've only done a couple of short day hikes and the weather's been horrible and work's taken over. But yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully this will never happen again.